What? Where's your necklace? What's that?
It was here. Dad taught me this.
Party. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. Oh! Wow! Good morning. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Good morning.
I mean, it is cold. Okay.
Mason. All right, hello. I hope you're well wherever you are. I have quite a bit to film here for Amazon, and I'm gonna get into that. Great news and bad news. Unfortunately, last night we lost Squints. I found him, unfortunately, this morning in the coop, and it just wasn't, it was awful. I didn't really come on here and tell anybody, but in the last couple of days or so, I noticed that the two rowan ducks were like picking at him and just messing with him, and he's, you know, a bright white pekin, so I noticed he was losing his color. He was just getting like dirty, and I don't know what was going on. So I separated those ducks and put them in their own little setup with, you know, water, food and whatnot. But I just was like, this isn't gonna work. It's not safe for him. And he had been in there a couple of days, and what was I saying? Yeah, he had been in there a couple of days, and then last night's windstorm, I don't know exactly what happened. It snowed, sleeted, did everything in between. I was out there in the middle of the night moving Gomez out and putting him under the wind shelter, but it just was not good. So this morning I woke up and he had passed, unfortunately. And then I was out there checking on Gomez, and he looked taller from the window, and I'm like, what is going on? And I looked, and he was standing. So that's amazing news. I've been picking him up daily and moving his feet and just showing him, I'm like, see, put your foot on the ground, put your foot on the ground. And again, we still don't know why he's hurt. I really do think he hurt his foot when he was flapping around because of that dog, but I don't know. We'll see if he stands up again. He's taking a break again, but he just seemed in better spirits. So yeah, that's what's happening. I wanted to give everybody a check-in. We've had a really nice weekend, and we were up, like I showed you, with family, just having a good time. So today is all about just like getting everything done, just trying to get back into the groove. I did cut my hair. My husband said, I can't believe you're gonna do that. And I am embarrassed to admit this, but I said to him, I have been with you for a long time, and I have cut my hair since the day that we met. It's too expensive to get my hair cut, so I've always done it myself, which I mean, it looks uneven right now. I've probably done not the best job, but it works, and I needed a trim because it was getting uneven with the postpartum hair like falling out, and then the long bits just hanging. So yeah, cut my hair, got some packages, got the garden all squared away for now, got some seeds started, and we're really just trying to get into spring in a unrushed, unhurried way. I have to keep reminding myself that there are so many activities out there, and my own kids, I'm speaking for myself, don't need to be in every single activity, because I feel like that will overwhelm them. It will overwhelm me, and it's just not healthy for everybody. So we're gonna pick a few here and there and really just focus on activities that they enjoy, but I also want them to be consistent with it. Like, I don't really want them to, I don't know, try it once and then say, no, I hate it. I want them to really, really try. So that's what we're doing. That's what we did last week, and this is what we're doing now today. And yeah, I think that's it. I have some dinner in the crock pot, so I'll show you that later. And I wanted to pop on and just say hello. So hope you're doing well. Let's get right back into the video. Okay, here is the lineup of videos today, just random packages I got for the Amazon program, but I have a garden box to put together, and then I have like a privacy garden box to put together, if that makes sense. And then I have a palm tree, a faux tree to put together. I'll show you here in a second. Kind of like this one, but it's a different vibe. But yeah, this is what's happening right now. I'm gonna sit down and film this. Delilah's home with me, and we're just gonna get it done. Okay, I just got all that filmed. I, of course, ran out of storage like every single time. I film on my phone a lot when I'm doing like review videos and right now, but I love my camera. I think it works well, but it's more of a cinematic situation, whereas Amazon review videos are just straight across the board. You don't really need any cinematography to sell a product, especially when you already have people there. Like, you're trying to make a sale, but not really. They're already there shopping, so you're just assisting with the sale, if that makes sense. So yeah, have all that happening. I got this sandwich maker. We have like this teacup. My sister asked me yesterday, she was like, do you know what you're gonna get? I'm like, no, sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes they're just random items, and then I have to look them up on Amazon and see if the brand found me or what. But it's truly a really good program. Again, if you can get into this program, I really do think it's awesome, because you can work when your husband's taking the baby for a car ride, or at nighttime, or if any of your kids sleep, which mine don't. You could do that. You could make videos then, do voiceovers. It's very I guess it's versatile, and you're not answering, you are your own boss, which is really important to me. I'm a people pleaser, right? So I have a huge problem if, you know, in a job, in the past, because I've had multiple jobs, if a boss asked me to do something and I wasn't able to do it in a timely manner, I just felt like it was so unprofessional, and it really bothered me. But luckily with YouTube, I don't really have anybody breathing down my neck or yelling at me. I've had bosses in the past that were awful, so that's what I'm referring to. But again, it's like a nice change of pace, because you are being professional. I try and get myself ready and wear like muted clothes and really research the product before I just jump on and say like, hey, this is a cool mug. You know, I really do try and make this more professional, and I'm seeing a return. So again, if you can get into the program, like, go for it. And I'm an open book. But I can't get you in the program just because I feel like there's a lot of information out there to help you with that, and I just researched and I finally got in. And the kids started getting loud, but all that to say, I did some research, and I always link the girl that I think is the most honest and the most helpful, because a lot of people think that this program is a scam, and it's not. I myself thought it was a scam. So anyways, we are in a room now. I'm not really sure. The rooms in my home, I feel like they're just like not assigned to people, because we're all over the place. Millie sleeps in here sometimes. So yeah, as you can see, it is a mess. Mace's rolling all over, and we are going to take advantage of this 5 minutes to get a new crib set up in here, hoping that someone will sleep in here. I'm super excited that this crib was sent to me. I will link everything that you need in the description box down below, but it's a 5-in-1, which was key to the choice that I made. I love that it's matte black. I think it will look really nice in this room against the rug that I have, but it can be just about anything, it can be your standard crib, and it does have height adjustments, so you could go from newborn up until, a year or whatever your sleep situation is. The girls are in here trying to help, but they wanted me to show you the golden magazine that my father-in-law gave to us. We have a ton of those, and they love going through them. They're from my mother-in-law's childhood, and he saved them, so it's fun. But like looking back on this footage, I could see it in my eyes. I admittedly am a rage cleaner, but this room sets me off every time because I could walk away and it just gets destroyed almost immediately. And yeah, I wish I could let it go. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not holding a grudge against my kids making a mess, but I need some sort of cleanliness. I don't have high standards, but I feel like just being more minimal with the toys and whatnot is what we need, because they literally could play with a muffin pan and be fine, which is what they did today. So I don't know, that's just me ranting, but I could see it in my eyes, and I remember how I was feeling, and I'm pressed for time because Mace is like howling at this point, but I got it done. So we got it cleaned. We got some of the old packaging and whatnot out of there. And then this is the new crib. So at this point, I was like, we got to go for a drive. And I did want to show you that it can be the crib, the toddler bed, the sofa, or the full-size bed, which was big for me. We're going to go for the sofa right now until we transition to a full-size bed, but again, this could be used for Mason or Millie or really any of the kids because it does go into the full-size bed. So I'm going to take everything out, and then I am just going to take the packaging downstairs, and my husband is going to set this up for me. I am capable of setting this up. I've done it in the past, but we needed to go for a drive because we were losing our sanity at this point, and he's on a flip-flop schedule, so he was sleeping in the next room, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, we went for a drive. All right, so this is how everything came out. Like I said, I chose the sofa style. I love the height on this. Honestly, I feel a better peace of mind here. We are on the lowest setting, and this is a transition. So at night, I've been taking this blanket and just putting it under that mattress there just so she doesn't roll out, but you could put like pillows on the ground if you wanted. I don't have it up against the wall because the vent is there. I'm still finagling in here on what I want to do exactly. I might just switch this directly into the bed just because it's so easy to do. I was concerned that it would be this hard thing, but you could literally do this in 10 minutes, switch it all 5 ways. This is that panel. I just have it leaned up right here, but you could put it underneath or in the closet, which is probably something I'll do. I let my kids independently play, but when we talk about safety and risks and things like that, I'm usually with them. So I'm not worried that that's leaned up right now, but I do love how strong this is. I think it works well. The kids are right out the window here playing. Speak of independent play. Not spying on them, but as a mom, you gotta keep an eye out. But anyways, I do like this, how this came out. I think it's plenty of room for her, and I just have it with a regular crib mattress. The extended twin, car went by, sorry. Extended twin doesn't work in here, but a classic twin would work perfectly fine in here. I do like that it's easy to clean just in case, and the girls have really been loving making this into a fort. So we just put like this little star sheet on top of it and pin it. Obviously that's not its intended purpose, I have to say that, but it's fun to do that. And yeah, I love it. I think it works really well in this space. I do like that it's just a muted black and white. That's really what I'm trying to go for in these rooms, just muted colors, and then decorate with, rugs and wall art and whatnot. But I'm super excited about how this came out. I think it looks really great in the space, and I can't wait to move it around into different positions. And then in the process of crossing off tasks, I'm back to my weekly clean schedule where I just cross off two tedious things that will probably take me like 10 minutes to do. I do those daily. So I really wanted to deep clean this area for spring, just because right now it's kind of like mud season because the snow came back and it was bothering me seeing mud on the wall. So I had Y take the magic eraser and go on the walls. He loves how satisfying that is. And here's that plant from the company. I love how that came out. Super cute. It's a faux plant. I always said I wasn't going to have faux plants, but I don't know. I don't mind now. I don't want faux plants because when I was younger, I had a parent who is no longer my parent. She's still with us, but that was my chore. I had to go in and tediously dust off each one, and she had multiple plants and they were like faux ivies, and I don't know, it just brings me back to, it literally like brings me back to that place where she's not being kind and telling me to dust off plants, but that's trauma for another day. But anyways, I have this area that this shoe rack, you know, it's not the most, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing thing, but it works. And then the rugs are important to me because they're washable, and it was like a 2-pack for $11. So I got that when we first moved in. I don't even know if they sell them anymore on Amazon, but we'll see. And then I went in and vacuumed and mopped. As you can see, already a mess, but that's okay. I've done it once. And then the stairs, they get very messy because that leads to the wood stove room. So my husband shop vacs in there and it looks really nice. He's so good at that. And, you know, the shop vac picks up the big pieces. And then right here, my turf. I would really love to actually take some of this white off. I think there's some really beautiful wood underneath here, and I think it would look nice and not so sterile. It looks bright, but I don't know. You know, I'm trying to bring that back, that warmth, that homey vibe, and I think if we had the wood here and then the wood beams, I don't know. Tell me what you think. I know some of you like the bright white aesthetic, but this is what's happening here. I would love to get a larger pot to kind of lift this up off the ground. We, of course, have our Nerf there and things that we usually grab and go from. And then I was thinking maybe I could put his like school bag right there or something like that. We'll see. Planter box I have to put together. I was cleaning with my Melaleuca cleaning, and obviously laundry, but I mean, that's pretty much it. I think we did good for today. I crossed off the tedious task, and yeah, I'm excited. We came back, and Lily, you were my inspiration here. She said, make something creamy with the cavatappi pasta, which I didn't have a lot of cream, but I did have all these creamers, so I just made like a bacon and broccoli and creamy mixture, and it was delicious. So thanks for that, Lily. I appreciate the, I don't know, inspiration. So yeah, then it was the next day and we were up north visiting family, so we were just hanging out and taking a relax. I love doing this. I love just visiting family and just being in a new space. It's definitely something that my mind needed over the last few days. If you follow me on Instagram, it's just been a strange month, and maybe I'll sit down and chat about everything, but more has happened, and it's just, I don't know, it's just our luck, and you gotta laugh about it. We are so fortunate in so many ways. Look at, you know, our kids, we just are so fortunate, but sometimes life hits us in the strangest ways. So yes, I did want to show some of this footage here of them all working together. They made a little fort for their acorns, and then they were cracking them open because Wilder wanted to make a stain for a wooden bird feeder, I believe. But we're just trying to soak in the silence up here in the country and just breathe some fresh breaths of air, and I wanted to include it in this vlog. So I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you check out that crib if you need one in the description box down below. It's super sturdy and really easy to clean, which has always been my complaint with cribs, so I'm happy that I found one, and I love that it moves around into so many different beds and it's affordable. So again, I will have that linked, and I will catch you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye, y'all.